All right. That's a five. Five fingers. Another five. What's five plus five, Sam?
It's 21. No, it's 10. This is episode numero 10.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes. That's right.
That's what
That's
I
right.
was trying to say because you know what? Welcome to the Sam and Bryan podcast, and now I'm clipping, so let me turn my mic down. It's good to see y'all again. It's good to be back. And we got some big news for y'all today. We got some big news for y'all
Yep.
today. It's Brian.
Sam
Brian's
is
Brian's
pregnant.
got some things to tell you. Last
Yep.
week we did not do last week because there were some things that went down at Brian's apartment. You know what I'm saying, y'all? And I'm sorry for clipping
I'm
so hard into
saying.
the mic. You know, whoever's been listening to this, I'm sorry that I clipped so dang hard in the mic. I'll stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brian, tell me about you. What happened last week? I want you to go ahead and give the company, give the viewers some just I want them to understand like what you went through last week, and
What I
then
went through.
we can get
Well,
we can get into the news
oh,
like after that. But like
yeah.
just
Okay.
tell
Okay.
them, tell them, tell them.
So last weekend, I work the weekends. I don't have the weekends off. My days are Monday, Tuesday. Those are my weekends. But I was working the weekend. It was raining pretty bad here, storm. I didn't think much of it. Saturday came back home after a long day of work. And I noticed, if Sam and I went through this situation too, I noticed some mud on top of the, apartment building. I was like, this seems very familiar on the outside entrance. I go through the hallway, open the door. My cat immediately runs away or just runs out to the hallway, doesn't run away. And I was like, what the hell? Grab my cat. I cook up. I know I Panda Express by the way, in my other hand. And then I step onto my rug and I hear a squishing sound. Eel, a squishing sound.
A squishing
Turns
sound.
out, yep, it turns out my apartment flooded again.
Dang,
Not
bro.
again, but
Yeah,
me and Sam and I, we went through the same situation 2 years ago.
that's right.
2 years ago? Was it
Hurricane
2 years or one
Helene.
year ago?
Hurricane Helene. Yeah, that's wait. Yeah,
Was
it's
it 24?
2 years ago.
24. That was 24. That's crazy. Yeah, 2 years ago. We went through Helene, so once again I went through another flood. It wasn't really as bad as Helene or our apartment.
Yeah.
There was a lot of standing water in certain spots. From
Mm-hmm.
what I've heard is that maybe some of the pipes in the blew from all that heavy rain.
Mm.
And so it wasn't all, well, not all areas of my apartment were flooded. There were some spots that were a lot of water, not a lot, but it wasn't like up to the knees like the one in Helene, right? It was just a little bit puddles, but it was
Dang.
still annoying.
I'm sorry,
So I
Brian.
quickly, yeah, I got all my towels, cleaned up everything. I called maintenance, emergency maintenance, and they were like, yeah, well, you're not the first person. I was like, sorry, I can't do anything by Monday. Like, okay, that kind of sucks. But whatever. So I put a bunch of things outside, like my rug. Yeah, I was a little bit messy person. I had left some clothes on the floor. Those got wet.
Ah.
Yeah, yep. My internet or my router got something. I don't see out of everything. I'm glad nothing really got damaged. I have sofa. Now we couldn't just lay on the ground. It got wet, but it's not fine. It's dry. My electronics are fine. My cat is okay. She didn't like it all that water there. But funny enough, the other thing that really got damaged was a few towels that I used and stuff I had lay on the ground, but nothing. My cat toys actually, a lot of them got lost. They're
Ah.
just completely wet. Um,
Sorry, cat.
but my internet router is the other thing that really got damaged, and I've been waiting for one to arrive for a few days. Supposed to arrive today. That's why I'm on my phone today.
Mm.
It was supposed to arrive today, but it's not. So I'm on my phone today, not on my computer, because I can't connect to the internet yet. But yeah. But today, my mom actually came over today. Oh no, yesterday. Sorry. She left a few hours ago. Sam knows this. My family came over, helped me clean up what was left over. There was a little bit of dirt, cat paw prints everywhere. And so we yesterday we cleaned up everything. We dried out. The company did come with probably with like a hose to try to get all the standing water out, but I had already got everything out. It was just kind of wet. There's
Mm.
no standing water, but they did bring a humidifier, which is actually right next to me. I turn it off for the podcast, so it wouldn't be annoying. But they're gonna take it back tomorrow. So I've had it for 2 days, a little bit tomorrow. But everything's fine. Everything's kind of back to normal now. Like we cleaned everything last night, yesterday, cleaned a little bit more today, so it's back to normal. Um, yeah, just waiting on, yeah, that's it. Just, yeah, that's not it.
Mm,
But
yeah,
it sucked, for a while.
yeah, that does suck. So yeah, Bryan basically experienced another flood, and unfortunately, you know, those things do happen, and it's really frustrating. But at
Yeah,
least it wasn't as bad as Hurricane Helene, and he didn't lose all of his
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But
Yeah, I'd have to relocate or nothing.
he did
Yeah,
lose his cat toys, and there were a few
yeah,
other
sadly.
things, and the internet is out. So, but we're doing it today. We're getting it done, so it's gonna be all right. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. And Brian's out here flexing
Exactly.
on. He's flexing on them, so it's fine. We're
Exactly.
doing good, and he's gonna be all
That's,
right, and
nope.
we're all gonna be all right. So
Yep. Yep.
anyway,
The cat's right next to me. Yep.
let me see the cat. See how big the cat is.
Oh, yeah, the cat's gone a bit. Let me take off my
I
filter.
meant to say,
Yeah, one sec.
this is the side quest with
Oh yeah,
Sam and Brian.
this is my cat.
Aw, there's the cat. Haven't
He's
seen the cat in a
he's
while.
kind of what? Oops, I scared it. I just scared it.
Nice. And what's the name of the cat? Stormy?
For me.
Nice.
Yes. You know what? For Halloween, I'm gonna try to find a costume of Storm from X-Men, which we'll get into a little bit later.
That's
Um,
sick. Yeah.
and yeah, yeah,
Cool. Well, let's get into it. We're gonna start with
get into it.
a news article that you shared, and
Mm-hmm.
I would love for you to comment on this. I'm gonna read through some of it first, and then
Yeah.
we'll go through it. So,
Okay.
let me scroll it down. Allow while
Yeah.
visiting this site. Sorry, I had to get this ready. There we go. A young black,
Mhm.
sorry, NC man's hanging death in downtown Raleigh being investigated as a suicide. Police say. Okay, interesting. And this was today, I guess. Yeah. Wow.
No, no, no. Weekend over the weekend.
Well,
For
okay,
the
but
videos.
the article is today, right?
I think they did a few updates, but yeah,
Oh,
that's
got
all.
it. Okay, so Raleigh, NC, a young black man found hanging from a tree in downtown Raleigh parking lot on Saturday afternoon is being mourned by family and watched closely by community advocates as police continue investigating the death as a suicide. But what if it wasn't a suicide? So, okay, Raleigh Police Chief Rico Boyce said Monday afternoon that video from nearby businesses shows what happened on Saturday. Oh, okay, so there's video. A small memorial now marks the spot where the man was found. Wow, that is really tragic. Boyce
Yeah.
said the victim's mother asked police to share that her 32-year-old son had struggled with mental health issues in the past. He added that she had been distressed by speculation circulating online. She is not happy about what has been shared online, Boyce
Mm.
said. Mayor Janet Cowell said that she is grieving with the family, and Boyce said he has had difficult conversations with the victim's mother. Questions about the circumstances of the death have now spread across social media, prompting ABC 11 to report on the incident due to its public location and the nature of what occurred. All right, Brian, I'll let you take it away. If you want me to read more, I can.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, you're fine. So I remember seeing this when it broke on either Saturday or Sunday. I don't remember. I had a crazy weekend too, but nothing to compare to what the family's going through of this person.
Yeah.
So I remember yeah, like I said, it was either Saturday or Sunday. I was working on it. I saw that this happened in Raleigh, and it was when the festival, believe it was Caribbean something festival they were going on. So it was like right next door,
Mm.
and the man hanged himself,
Gosh, that's
with a
rough.
cord. I want to say electric cord. I don't quite remember,
Electric cord.
and business and
Oh,
stuff.
that's
I
crazy.
want to say electric. I don't remember. I
That's
might just be
really
cord.
crazy. Sorry.
And so I remember seeing this, and I mean, as a news person, like this sucks, right? But you're like, okay, just I don't want to be rude, right? But I'm just like, okay, it's suicide.
Mm.
It's a very touchy subject. Even at my job, we try not to report too much on suicides because but we do like if it happens, it happens, right? But like, try not to investigate as much because it's very touchy. You don't want it's different from a murder, right?
Mm.
Um, but then there were speculation, rumors online, like, oh, maybe he was forced to do this. And it was crazy. And that's why kind of ABC 11 started investigating or asking questions like, okay. But then the sheriff said, uh, uh, it was a suicide, but I guess they're still investigating if it could be through cyberbullying and, because at the end of the day, someone might have these thoughts because either they've been bullied or they just have a bad life.
Yeah.
And I'm not. Well, I want to bring this article up not because to say someone did this on purpose or who blame someone because I don't even know if, like I said, the whole situation. I think the whole point I want to bring this up is because maybe a message out there for the people who are struggling. You know, you can reach out to us actually. If you're struggling out there, reach out to me, bro. Reach out to I don't know how you can DM us, find our pages. I don't know if Sam if you my cat just cat just kind of freaked out for a moment. But
Yeah.
I just want
Yeah,
to
I
point,
agree.
yeah.
If you're struggling out there and you are somehow finding our video and just are listening on and you see this and this just really feels like something intense, then yeah, feel free to reach out to us. We'll make sure our emails are available on our channels somewhere or our phone numbers at some point. But yeah, and also if you or someone you know is experiencing a mental health crisis, help is available through the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, which is relatively
Mhm.
new, 988. I actually didn't know that number existed. So yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's sad to say that suicide is a major cause of death
Yeah.
in our country, and it is really sad to see this. But I do wonder what the speculation was about this man's death on here, or if it was just related to cyberbullying, like you mentioned. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's interesting. So,
Yeah.
do you
I'm
think
praying for,
anything from
oh,
online? Sorry, I meant to say, do you think anything online may have influenced him or?
I'm not sure. I haven't really dug too deep of it. Like I said, I've been busy myself. I just remember this happened.
Yeah,
And, a lot of people, the family was like, I'm seeing a lot of rumors and stuff and it's not true. And they want to make it clear.
yeah,
But at the end of the day, I think just reaching out if you need help is what's important. I know, especially men, right? Men struggle a lot,
yeah, yeah. They do.
just sharing emotions and stuff like that. So, if you need to reach out, bro. Reach out, bro.
Yeah. Well, we'll move on to something that's not
Hmm.
necessarily super lighthearted either, but it's a little bit different, I guess. I don't know. We're just what we like to do on this podcast lately is we like to get the news out the way early, and then
Yeah.
as we go, we get into some more of the fun stuff. And so I thought we'd go
Hmm.
ahead and look at the update on the war. This is the thing that first came up today when I looked it up. As you come back. Oh,
What happened there?
okay. Come on, buddy. My camera just decided to just like turn off and then come back. Anyways, so yeah, as many people know, we have been in an ongoing conflict with Iran or Iran. I don't know what the correct terminology is. I'm trying to say it right. Brian, how do you say it?
It's Iran.
Iran. Yeah. See, we've been having these conflicts with Iran. And so basically, there's a war going on. People have died. It's not good. I'm not trying to make light of this subject, but we just like to check in and see what's going on. One, it's good for us to know what's going on. And two, it's good for you to know what's going on if you're out there potentially listening to this. But it's also important to not get too bogged down into all of it because it can be pretty heavy to be just consumed by like the news and the media sometimes. So yeah. So Brian, if you wouldn't mind reading slowly through some of this article just about what to know today, that'd be nice.
I can barely read that
Oh,
because
you want
I'm
me to
on my
go?
phone. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Um, no, but I do
Okay.
wanna actually I do want to talk about something that's I don't know if it will be mentioned in the article, but
Okay. Go for it.
that I did a story on the
Before
weekend
Go
actually in
for
my
it before
job.
we read it. Yeah.
Yeah. So another topic of the war is this USS Abraham Lincoln that has been on deployment for over 250 days now,
Yeah.
and I guess for modern times it's very long, right? There has been a little bit longer, 290 days. I forgot. I researched a little bit when I did the story, but yeah, and a lot of people have. There's a lot of sailors on board that have been like, man, we don't have a lot of food, we don't have a lot of resources, we haven't even touched land in over 250 days. We've been working nonstop. The sailors have been, no, I don't want to say complain. I don't want to speak for all of them, but a lot of them have been like, man, it's hard, especially with this war. And, and many of the family members have come out and spoken about it on different news outlets. Man, it's hard.
Mm.
It's been getting a lot of attention, recently. Now, I just confirmed that the USS Abraham Lincoln will be relieved, with the USS George Washington, but we don't know exactly when they're going to get there. At least I haven't seen yet.
Okay.
When they're gonna head back to U.S. soils. that's a little bit topic that I did a little research during the weekend, and I don't know, I just thought it was interesting.
No, nice.
And
Yeah, I heard about that ship actually, and I didn't know much about it. So
mhm,
they've been at sea for how many days?
over 250 days.
Wow, 250 days. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I thought the
9 months
I thought
only.
the war wasn't even going on that long.
But I think they were already on deployment, maybe.
Oh yeah, they were just
Um,
like in different places, I guess. Yeah.
I guess so.
Interesting.
And I spoke to some veterans here locally where I'm at, and they said, yeah, it sucks, being deployed that long, being stuck in a place for so long. And some people say, yeah, it's hard. And a lot of what I've heard a lot is like, man, they feel for these guys because it's not an easy job.
Yeah,
I thought I
definitely.
would I thought from my experience, I haven't heard anybody say like, "Hey, tough it up, sucker. We did it longer, right?" Which I'm sure they did because
Yeah.
World War II, Korean, Vietnam, they did. They probably did do worse, but a lot of them have been supportive, which is I find like compared to Donald Trump, our president, who said when we asked, "Has the deployment been gone on for too long?" He said, "No, not enough." And it's interesting to hear.
Yeah, I mean, my comment on that is that Trump has shown us time and time again that he is, kind of tone deaf to what it really is like to be a military person. So to be in the Army, Navy, Air Force, or Marines, he doesn't really understand what the cost is and what they're paying. Like, people are paying with their lives out there. They're literally out there for years at a time, and they're just doing these insane missions and risking their lives to fight for our country on these wars that arguably some people would say that these wars aren't really what we should be involved in anyway, and that we should have never gotten involved in this war. At least some people would say that. So, yeah, that's my comment on that. I mean, I don't think Trump is acting completely the way that he wants to either. I think he is kind of a magnanimous figure, and he likes to say things all the time that are just distracting us from the fact that we shouldn't be in a war right now. But that's just my
Mhm.
that's my commentary. So let's see what's going on in the war today. So, what to know about the Iran war today is Iran. President Trump said Tuesday that there is no ongoing dialogue with Iran to end the war and no discussion scheduled. His son in law and envoy Jared Kushner told Fox News on Monday that Iran is not showing any interest in striking a deal that makes sense for the United States. Whatever that means, right? Nearly 6 months into the conflict, the U.S. and Iran remain locked in a standoff over control of the Strait of Hormuz, which, yeah, we know that. A commercial vessel was struck by an unknown projectile while transitioning the strait on Tuesday, according to the British military, resulting in one casualty and causing damage to an engine room. Well, that is not good. Um, so I'm curious about who struck a commercial vessel, and that's crazy. The U.S. ambassador to Turkey chastised Israel on Tuesday. Wow.
Hmm.
The U.S. ambassador to Turkey chastised Israel, so they must have been like chewing Israel out on Tuesday for carrying out strikes on a Syrian airbase, saying they constitute an unnecessary escalation that does not advance regional stability. Well, hey, so at least somebody's speaking up. That's good. Um, UAE halts trade with Iran following ballistic missiles. Tehran denies involvement. Interesting. Well, I mean, I understand why people would be halting trade. That seems reasonable. But yeah, interesting. Wow. Well, look, you know, I've never been a big fan of Big Donald, but I hope that
The Big Don.
yeah, I hope that he figures it out. I hope that he
Yeah,
figures it out. I hope they actually get to a peace discussion. And I thought we almost signed a peace agreement with them, and that fell through. So, I hope that his negotiating skills come in handy here. And I don't have any I don't have any anger right now about it. I just don't want to lose any more lives. And that's just the main thing. So yeah,
for sure.
I don't know,
I mean,
Brian.
yeah,
What's
same
your
thing.
comment, man? What's your comment?
I mean, same thing. I think we've been saying for a long time. This is gonna end soon, but It hasn't, but hopefully it ends soon. I don't think it's a war that we should have never been involved in,
Yeah.
in the first place. But it's stuff happens, and hopefully it get resolved soon. We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, also, just to be clear, we're not a political show. We're not a political commentator necessarily, but we do like to discuss and look at things going on, and we like to have opinions, and we like to be, educated and see what's happening. But we're not strictly trying to give people political views to believe. We're just trying to look at what's happening and make our own conclusions. So, to transition into something more fun, if you can see there's green in my eyes,
Oh,
what does that mean,
you turn into the Hulk.
No, not the Hulk. Something more
No.
sinister. It rhymes with
Oh, you want me to answer? I thought you were leading
Proctor
up to something.
Boom.
Boom. MF Doom?
Oh, Doctor Doom, bro.
Oh yeah. Well, shout out real quick. Rest in peace, MF Doom, dude.
Oh, yeah. See, I didn't know that. That is sad. I don't know why I keep clipping, bro. I guess that my mic is just a little too hot today. Or maybe I'm just jumping in volume too much. Anyways, today we're gonna watch the Avengers Doomsday trailer that
Yeah,
just came
yeah,
out
yeah,
2 days ago
yeah,
or
yeah.
3 days ago. So we're gonna watch that together, and I hope you guys enjoy. And then we're gonna give reactions because that's what we do on this channel.
That's what we do, man. That's what we do.
So that's what we do here, fellas. Can you hear
Victor
it?
was always the smartest guy in every room. He used to be different. He used to be kind, he used to be caring. And then, everything he loved was taken from him. I knew he was lost, but I did not realize
Yeah.
that he was broken.
Victor, did you do this? All of you have lived stolen lives. But now you must give them back. Answer me, Victor! Did you do this? I swear, you will beg for a hell long before I grant it. Hell answers to me. For I am Doom.
You got the classic Sentinels? Why does he have all the Sentinels? That's one question. Gotta wait till Christmas. Sick.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Bryan, go first.
Okay. I famously said a lot on the podcast. I said Brand New Day was gonna be trash. No, it wasn't.
Bro.
And
That's a terrible
I
take. It's
famously.
a terrible take. I don't know why you
Oh,
would
I
ever
said it
say that.
was.
I don't know why you'd
I said
ever
it.
say that about my
I said
freaking
I
king.
thought it was gonna be trash,
Brand New Day
and it
was so
wasn't.
tough.
No, I loved it. I loved it. This is my favorite Spider-Man movie
But
of
I do
all
have a
Tobey
question about. I
Maguire.
do actually have a comment about Brand New Day. But talk to me about the Doomsday trailer. Go ahead, talk.
Like I said, I famously said that Brand New Day was trash, and I famously said that Doomsday is gonna be trash because there's no lead up. But after seeing this, I think it's gonna be good. I still think there's a lot of questions to be asked. I still think it's a glorified meetup of all the heroes. Hey, I'm this, I'm Fantastic Four. Hey, I'm the X-Men, whatever. But I'm still excited either way. Downey sounds good.
Yeah.
I feel I was questioned by Downey. I was like, I don't know.
Mm.
Downey is Doomsday. Just an excuse to bring back Downey. Like, I heard Max Mikkelsen was gonna be. I was like, ah, but then I heard him. I was like, oh, he sounds good. And Doom looks good.
Yeah.
I'm liking what I'm seeing a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Uh, I'm kind of curious how they're gonna bring up how. I mean, everyone knows the Fantastic Four know Doom and their relationship, but they have to explain to the new audience, right? And the babies, right? So I wonder how they're gonna wrap a whole kind of movie around. Um, I'm just curious because, like I said, the Fantastic Four, they never really mentioned uh Doom at all.
No.
I
Yeah, they
think
didn't
they
mention
did
Victor. They
mention
didn't mention Victor once in Fantastic Four.
no, not
In
even
the new
Latveria.
yeah. They didn't mention
I
any
might
of
be
that.
I might be wrong, but I remember in Black Panther, the second one,
Uh-huh.
they had like all the countries and Latveria was one of them, and that seat was empty. I think that was Black Panther 2.
Oh, okay, interesting.
But other than that, like Latveria was never mentioned, Doom was never mentioned, and like
Yeah.
I said, we really don't know what his goal. I mean, we kind of know what his goal is. He's trying to save his universe or whatever, right? Oh, that's the thing. If he's trying to save his universe, is he from the Fantastic Four universe? Because they seem like they were doing fine.
Right.
So I'm
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah, I want to get in on that a little. So first impressions of the trailer though. I have to say look, it looks like good superhero stuff. I got to admit. It looks like a really great superhero time. But I have to agree with what you mentioned about like Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Doom. I was a little bit disappointed in it. I know that's crazy to say. I was a little bit disappointed, but I just felt like it was slightly a cheap way to bring him back that wasn't really earned. Like it didn't feel earned. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. He's an amazing actor and he's one of the best. Like he's one of the best to ever be in the Marvel universe. But that was tough for me. I don't know. Would you agree? Like it felt a little bit cheap to pull him back again.
Yeah, I feel like that was the start of a lot of them come back. We knew Thor was gonna come back. That's fine. Thor coming back
Well, yeah, but
because he
Thor
really what?
didn't die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. He was the only one that really didn't die. Hawkeye, was
Yeah.
death, and we were gonna see a new Hawkeye. Widow died. Hulk was questionable whether we would see Hulk or not. Evans is dead. Captain America's dead. Iron Man, well, not dead. Well, yeah, actually, no, he did that. Well, Brave New World or in timeline whole thing. He got his happy ending. Iron Man died. Black Widow died. Who else? Yeah, that's
Well,
yeah. Everyone.
Hawkeye didn't die though. But yeah.
No, but he's got his ear thinging, and then they introduced a new Hawkeye, and then they confirmed that he's not coming back ever.
Wait, what?
Uh,
Wait, what?
yeah, there's a whole thing that they wanted Hawkeye season 2, but they asked Jeremy Renner for like a 50% pay cut for all that work again after he had done that accident. Remember he got into the accident with the snowmobile?
Yeah. I mean, he almost died, but then he finally came back. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Disney was like, okay, you're fine. Okay, cool. You want to do Hawkeye season 2,
Yeah.
and you're gonna do all the stunts, you're gonna do all this stuff, do a lot of work, but we're gonna like not pay you as much. And I think he got offended by it. Like, dude, I almost freaking died.
Yeah.
I'm a legend.
Yeah, and
I
y'all are gonna
really
pay
was
me.
part.
Yeah, y'all are gonna pay me half of my original salary. Yeah, nah.
Yeah. So and then that's why Hawkeye season 2 didn't happen. And I think because of that, Disney's like, yeah, we're just not gonna bring him back.
But
Fuck him.
I think that he could. I mean, he could still. He could. Oh, wait. What? Wait here.
But
Check this out. So here, I'll share my screen. I just found an article that kind of highlights this. But then we want to get into X-Men stuff. But I mean, what time is it? No, we're good. I mean, we haven't even. How long have we even been streaming on here? Have going?
I have no idea.
Brian, you're supposed to know. We've only been doing this for like 30 minutes probably. Bro, I kind of want to go get a small classic Frosty. Gosh, looks so good. Anyways, so Jeremy Renner, so yeah, the whole thing that you said was true. So Jeremy Renner like denied coming back for Hawkeye season 2, which low-key I'm disappointed about, but the reason was they offered him half of his original salary after he got in this insane, like, life-altering accident where he barely recovered. So, yeah, that kind of pisses me off. Like, why would you guys do that? Why would you offer him half? Like, I know you guys are not, like, short on cash. Like, you can just
Keep it.
pay him the normal freaking rate, but whatever. Anyway, Jeremy Renner is coming back as Hawkeye after
Oh,
the MCU begins again, following the culmination of Phase 6. So it sounds like later on he may be coming out. So let's
so
coming
maybe
back.
he's gonna come back for Secret Wars.
Right, that would be my first guess. So let's read a little bit. Hawkeye actor Jeremy Renner, which I love Jeremy Renner, I have to say, is coming back to Marvel for the first time since his Disney Plus series, following the end of Phase 6. Renner has forever held a special place in the MCU as one of the OG Avengers. That's right. Having debuted in 2011's Thor. Oh, he was in Thor?
Yeah, yeah, he did a cameo. Yeah, remember?
Bruh, I like barely remember that. Ahead of the 2012 ensemble, which was that the Avengers movie? That probably was, right?
Yeah,
For the most part, the avenging Archer has been absent in the multiverse saga. I mean, he hasn't been absent. He was in Infinity War. I guess the multiverse
yeah,
saga is separate. Only appearing in Phase 4's Hawkeye on Disney Plus and 4 episodes of What If. Despite rumors, the studio has thus far failed to conjure up Hawkeye Season 2, which is low-key disappointing. And the future looks bleak for Clint Barton as he passed the mantle of Haley Steinfeld's Kate Bishop in his streaming series. So are they going to try to make Haley Steinfeld become the new Hawkeye? Is that what we're
yeah.
thinking?
I
But,
think so. Like I said, I think if he
bruh.
does come back,
Mhm.
it does come back, or it's gonna be in Secret Wars when they do the whole reset.
Yeah,
Is Haley Steinfeld gonna be Hawk? I don't know, but because that was the original plan.
right.
I mean, before Jonathan, okay, um, okay, I'm just letting my cat go. Before before the whole Jonathan Majors thing, right,
Yeah,
happened, scandal, which I think he was innocent, I believe. I don't know. I don't want to say
right.
that he is not. The whole thing is that, it's gonna be Kang and then Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom was gonna be the actual villain, but Kang, was thing, and then in that Kang Dynasty movie, it was gonna be the new Avengers, right? It's gonna be Spider-Man leading the team with Doctor Strange, Captain
Yeah.
Marvel, Haley Steinfeld's Hawkeye, Ant-Man's daughter, I don't even know what her name is, uh, Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel. It was all gonna be the new gen. Scarlet Widow, um, Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow's sister Yelena,
Yeah.
Florence Pugh
Yeah.
was going to be in it. These were going to be the new Avengers.
Yeah.
Hulk was going to be in it with Scar, her son. She-Hulk was going to be in it. Like these were going to be the new Avengers going after Kang.
Right.
But then, the whole thing happened, they had to switch it up. And I think that's why they kind of brought back Downey, Thor. I mean, Thor was going to come back. They
Mm-hmm.
brought back Downey,
Chris Evans.
Evans. Yeah, just those two main two guys.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. We'll see. But going back to the trailer, I'm excited. Like I said, there's gonna be a lot explained to do because remember what the thing is that it looks like Doom is trying to save his world or something like that from the crashing into the universes, right?
Mm.
But then, like you said, if he is trying to save from the world, it's that the world is Fantastic Four. There's a lot of explaining to do. A lot. There's not a lot of build up. And there's a lot of people, oh, we don't need a build up. Well, you kind of do.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Thanos wasn't built up. I think Kevin Feige said there was no build up for Thanos. Like, yeah, there was. The Infinity Stones, him just kind of chilling for a while, And then even Kang was gonna get slowly built up. You saw him and Ant-Man, yeah, Loki seasons, and then, like I said, the other movies were supposed to build up that. Spider-Man technically coming to build up for that Spider-Man 3, but I'm so excited. One of the rumors is that we're gonna see a fight scene between the X-Men, the OG, the Fox X-Men, James Marsden, Cyclops. I don't know if Jean Grey's coming back, but mainly Cyclops. I think it's Raven, like some of those X-Men gonna fight Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm. That's what the
which is why
rumors are saying. Yeah.
that's what the rumors are saying. That's why we see in the end credit scene for Spider-Man Brand New Day. Spoilers. it says, "Oh, we found Spider-Man," right? But
Yeah,
not
but in like a
maybe
different
not the
place
Spider.
entirely. Yeah.
Yeah, so it could be Toby's Spider-Man. So that if that does happen, lore-wise out the window, I think that would be really cool. X-Men versus Spider-Man. Don't really know why it's gonna happen. I guess protection, save each other's world, and it doesn't really make sense why the X-Men from the mutants were trying to kill another planet that are completely innocent. But you know what? If that does happen, that would be such a cool scene. Tobey Maguire versus a bunch of the X-Men. That'd be I think that'd be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know, bro. I have this like thing that's been going on lately since Brand New Day kind of popped off. Like everybody's been talking about all the Spider-Man, and I mean, people like really love Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, but man, like I know this is crazy, but it doesn't hit for me the same way as Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. I don't know if that's just because of our age or what, but I really
Mhm.
liked Andrew Garfield's a lot. I hate to say it, probably more than Toby's, but anyways, that's just another hot take. But yeah, with the Doomsday trailer, just to wrap with that, I wanted to add like, look, I'm very excited, and I'm very excited for the X-Men. I don't know why, but the X-Men inside of the Marvel Cinematic Universe seems like the most exciting thing because I think that Marvel knows how to do superhero movies well. I mean, we all can agree that Marvel has done their superhero movies pretty well. Of course, their writing, has been lackluster in certain movies, but in general, they've done pretty solid. We would all probably agree that they're trying to step it back up and they're trying to make really quality movies. And I'm really excited for the next era where there's going to be a really solid Spider-Man, really solid X-Men, and there's also going to be some really interesting characters in the Thunderbolts, who are the new Avengers or whatever. I think they should continue to use those characters a lot because I think there's a lot to do with them, and I think they're down to earth enough that it brings people to them and it makes them enjoyable. But yeah, I mean that's kind of what I see, and I think oh yeah, and the Sentry. I think the Sentry has got a lot to do too.
Yeah,
In this
yeah.
Doomsday movie, I think the Sentry. So Bob from the Thunderbolts, who's also the Sentry, I think he's gonna have to play some type of big role in some type of Doom showdown. I don't know when. Maybe it won't be this movie, but yeah, I'm excited to see how they do it, and hopefully, the writers can pull this off because it's, let's be honest, it's a lot of different people. It's a lot of different groups of characters trying to come together. I mean, you got the OG X-Men, you got the current Avengers, which is like basically the Thunderbolts. You also have the Fantastic Four coming from a new universe. And then you also have the new X-Men that are potentially getting introduced. And then you also have the old Avengers that are there. So like you got Thor, you got potentially Chris Evans, Captain America, you got Falcon, Captain America, which is Sam. You got Bucky. I mean, you got all those people too. So you got like five plus groups of characters that you're trying to introduce.
Hmm.
And it's just kind of like, oh, and you got Shang-Chi. Don't forget him over there.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Doctor
the
Strange is
Shang,
coming in somewhere. Anyway, go ahead.
yeah, Shang-Chi, the Wakandan, the Black Panther Wakandans.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have
yeah.
Namor's
Yes.
people,
Oh my gosh, don't
uh,
forget
uh,
the Black Panther people. What am I talking about, dude?
the
Sorry.
Wakandans, the Namor's people. You're forgetting that, and then another one, Gambit, because in the last trailer we saw
Yeah,
Channing
Gambit's
Tatum's
in there,
Gambit. So I was
bro.
like,
Gambit's
so
in there.
are we gonna see is this Gambit with these X-Men, or is this a Gambit
Yeah, I'm trying to understand that. Do you
from with
I have a
Deadpool?
question
Like
though. Do
what?
you think? Oh yeah, and Deadpool and Wolverine are probably going to be in it too. They at least mentioned. I mean, there's been rumors, right? But my other question with that is, do you think this Gambit, right? So Channing Tatum's Gambit, do you think he is going to be connected to the OG X Men, or is he going to be connected to the like current new X Men that are being built into the MCU?
I think I don't think they're gonna make him the which will exactly perfectly transition to our next topic because to quick summarize the whole universe X-Men, right?
Right.
They made the Fox movies, they kind of messed up to make a reset. they did the movie with Wolverine going back in time,
Right.
changing
And
stuff,
he kind of
and then we
fixed
got
it. He fixed it in that movie basically.
yeah, he fixed it, and then which made everyone survive. Jean Grey's alive, everyone's right. And then after that movie, they went back in time, and we saw the adventure of those X-Men when they were younger.
Right.
All right, Jennifer Lawrence, Raven, all that stuff. And so remember, Deadpool is part of that new X-Men timeline where Logan fixed stuff, right?
Oh, Deadpool is?
Remember,
Okay. I
yes,
thought like
I
in a
I,
way
I think
Deadpool's
so.
kind of outside of time, but also you're right. He is a
Yeah,
part of that.
yeah, he's part of that timeline where the X-Men were saved by Wolverine.
Right.
Because if you remember in the second Deadpool, he goes to the X-Men mansion
Right.
and he sees the other X-Men, and they even make cameos like, "Hey, where's all the X-Men?" And
Hmm.
there's a door open. You see the young versions like, "Oh, fuck, we don't want to be here." So remember, he's part of that new timeline, if I'm correct, where the X-Men were saved by the Wolverine, right?
Right.
And then he does the whole time traveling thing where that's a little bit more confused, right? So these old X-Men are either that same timeline X-Men,
Yeah.
you know, that were saved because remember they have the yellow, they don't have the black suits, they have the yellow. So it's Cyclops, Storm,
Right.
all of them.
Right.
Or it's the old X-Men timeline where they were basically screwed over before Wolverine saved them, right? Which is, the old movies, right? So
Yeah.
it's really confusing
It is
which
confusing.
X-Men these are, or is it different completely X-Men that are much darker and stuff like that?
I
Because
think it's gonna be what you just said, the last thing you said. But go ahead.
the different timeline?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think they're not gonna try to. I don't think they're gonna try to include all of that timeline jumping stuff that they did in the previous Fox X-Men because I think it's gonna be too much for them to touch for this new movie. I think it's just gonna be a different timeline that has the OG actors, like they have the OG Cyclops, who we all like. James Marsden is the actor for that, and they have the other OG actors like the Professor X
Raven,
and the
Magneto,
Magneto guy. I can't remember their names for some reason,
Raven.
but yeah, they have the OGs, right? So I think that's going to be its own timeline, and that's going to be kind of where we're working from. But that's just my
Yeah.
opinion. But yeah,
Mystique. I keep saying Raven for some
and they
reason.
have the
Mystique.
the
That's what I'm saying.
Beast too. The old Beast is what's that guy name?
Yeah. Oh,
What's that guy's name?
and you know what? I just completely forgot, dude.
What's that guy's name? But
The
yeah, go
mo
ahead.
you know what? I just completely forgot.
Uh huh.
We mentioned all these groups, and we're completely that hasn't even shown on a trailer because you just mentioned these old timeline, this old X-Men. The Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, all that, they have to be introduced because if in the Marvels movie, which not a lot of people saw, the post end credit scenes shows up with Monica
I
Rambeau,
remember. Yeah.
Marvel.
Yeah.
She ends up being in the X-Men timeline
Yeah.
with the old Beast. So I'm like, and that hasn't been brought up.
Yeah.
So that means she has to be brought up too. Oh my, this movie's getting complicated.
But nobody likes the Marvels.
Nobody saw the Marvels, and everybody's completely forgetting that they're also most likely going to be in a movie because one of the Marvels ended up being on the X-Men timeline,
But
which I'm guessing is the good one where
But nobody
everyone's
thinks
alive, which is
that they're good actresses though. Nobody enjoys their acting.
okay. So let's get that. There's three X-Men, right? There's the original Fox ones, right?
Right.
Where they all before Wolverine saved them,
Right.
right? Last Stand, whatever, right?
Right.
And then there's a new X-Men
After
timeline,
they got
which
saved.
is after they got saved, which is part of Deadpool's timeline.
Right.
All right, Logan dies, but not until the years later. So that's and then this maybe the
There's
third X-Men
the
timeline could
new
be
the
just
new X-Men timeline, which are going to be coming in because Jean Grey just came in through Brand New Day.
wait. Okay, so there's possibly four X-Men time. Okay. Wait.
Okay, wait,
Okay.
wait,
I'm
wait.
getting
No.
now we're
Okay,
getting
okay. This is what I think. Because this is getting too crazy. So I think, like what you said. So I think they're gonna be the X-Men after everybody
we're
was
saved.
after everybody was
Yeah.
saved by Wolverine. but they're going to be grown up and they're going to be doing their actors, the old actors, like James Marsden, who's Cyclops, because obviously we saw him in the trailer, and they're not going to mess with the reboot actors that they had for a minute there. They're not going to
Not
mess.
yet.
They're not going to mess with them. I don't think they're going to mess with them at all in the reboot the actors. But then they're going to have because they're going to be building the new reboot, which is it's not really a reboot, it's multiverse stuff, but they're going to be building the new X-Men that are coming in
Yeah.
from the actual 616 or whatever the MCU is in. And so I think it's going to be, there's the old timeline before they got saved. There's a timeline of when they got saved. That's the timeline that's going to be being merged in with the Doom stuff. And then there's the new X-Men that are going to be being built, actively being built.
Which is the MCU
Which
X-Men.
is the MCU X-Men. That's what I think it is. But yeah.
And then this another theory is that this X-Men that we're seeing on camera could be just a completely different timeline X-Men. Just completely different.
True. It could also, that's like the third option, is that it could also be
just
its own,
a theory.
It could just be its own timeline of X-Men as well. That's completely different.
Yeah, but because we all know that they're bringing back just to kill them off. And that could be why, because Ryan Reynolds showed up at, we're going to talk about here, D23 with the gray Deadpool, which in the comics is a much more serious Deadpool, very much mission focused. So we could see that Deadpool in either Secret Wars
I'd be interested to see that. I will say this, I really want to see Deadpool in the Doomsday. I really want to see that.
I mean, we see him. He's gonna show up because remember, Thor is crying for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. And honestly, from that death scene, it looks like at that battleground scene where
let me make sure that
where he's fighting Doomsday.
I'm still getting your audio. Okay,
So
good. Sorry, I will clip this out. I'm just checking that. Go ahead and talk.
Hello.
Okay, I'm good. I was just making sure I was still getting your audio after I got a call, because sometimes it used to blank out. Anyways, no, I'm with you. Let's go ahead and look at this cast list real quick while we're talking about. So, okay, first of all, I have to say I really like Sadie Sink as Jean Grey. What do you think about Sadie Sink as Jean Grey?
Yeah, I like Sadie Sink as Jean Grey. At first, I was like, I kept thinking her from the kid from X-Men, but then I remember she's like the same age as us. So she's not really a kid. Anymore, and it's good that they're going for a much younger cast, because you don't want 30-year-olds playing. I mean, some of these people are, or maybe like I think Samara Weaving might be 30, but it's good that they're going for a much younger cast so that we can actually see them grow, and then and it won't be weird like Tobey Maguire, who's supposed to play a high schooler who does not look like high school,
Bro, he looked like he was working at an insurance firm. He was
exactly.
not
Tobey Maguire,
Tobey
Maguire in that Spider-Man film does not look like a high schooler at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good that they're going for much younger cast so that they grow up as we grow up.
Yeah, definitely. I like that too. I like being like a more like middle-aged to younger cast where they can grow with the role for a little bit. I think that's really the best ideal thing. No shade on the older actors, because they did they did a really great job, and especially I know I keep saying his name, but I watched this show called Paradise, and James Marsden plays the president in that. And it just made me remember like how good of an actor he is, and I'm really excited to see him in Doomsday. But let's go ahead and look at this cast here. I'm gonna just kind of scroll through here. So yeah, X-Men is coming in 2028. It's gonna be the Marvel Studios X-Men, which is really exciting. They're finally getting everything inside of like the Marvel family, and I think it's gonna be huge. Yeah, Samara Weaving as Emma Frost. I'm really excited about that. She is really cool. She's gonna be a cool actress. So yeah. The only one I'm not sure about, Christopher Abbott as Professor Charles Xavier. That one.
Yeah, I saw
that one. Kind of threw me off. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's which guy is that? That's one of these guys. I don't know, but here we'll find him probably. He'll probably be in here somewhere. But oh no, he's not. Well,
another one that I was like, okay, this is interesting, is Indy Navarrete Everett, which breakout star of the year. Honestly, such a quick turnaround, right? She was an
Mm-hmm.
obsession, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good movie, great movie. She did great acting, and she's a great actress, but such a quick turnaround. And that came out this year, and she's already in a Marvel movie. That's
Yeah,
honestly
she's right there.
stupidly quick.
I mean,
That's stupidly quick
I,
how
I
she,
my pushback though is that I don't mind her as Rogue,
yeah,
but Professor X, bro, I don't
yeah.
know. I have some doubts. But anyway, what do you think about the casting? And yeah, do you want to give me
It's
your reflections on that? And I'm gonna pull up some more links so I can look at the casting while you do that.
Yeah, I think it's good. Sure, Chris Pratt as Professor Child. You know what? It's fine. It's whatever. I love Samara Weaving. I've always really liked Samara Weaving. She's a great actress. There's always jokes of that she looks a lot like Margot Robbie, which she does. But and really or not, she's great in that. And I've always been a big fan, so I'm glad she's gonna be in this Marvel movie, and she's gonna be great as Emma Frost. I think she's gonna be great. It was a little bit weird. I guess it's not too weird. I mean, if she's supposed to be Cyclops' lover and then Jean Grey, kind of get older. So, I don't know, I guess it's fine. I don't really care. But I also Mary Weaving, Indy like I said, Indy Navarrete as Rogue. My question is it gonna be the Southern Belle that we know? Uh, X-Men 97 style, or
Yeah.
which we've never seen live action, or is it going to be that goth emo rogue that we saw from X-Men Wolverine animated series,
Mm.
um, and also in the actual Fox X-Men movie, she was a little bit goth emo, just kind of more reserved, you know. So which rogue are we going to see? I would like to see the Southern Belle because we never got to see that live action, so. Um, I just really hope it's not Channing Tatum as Gambit. I think they really just got to get another Gambit. I was really surprised that he's going to come back.
Yeah.
In Avengers Doomsday, I was like, really? So,
Yeah, it is interesting.
uh,
I mean, look, I think it's fun, but also like unfortunately for Channing Tatum, like it kind of feels gimmicky. Is that bad to say?
it's very bad.
Yeah.
I think, look, it was his dream role. I'm glad that he got it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Big,
It's cool, but
it's cool,
it
but
just feels a little gimmicky with him playing it.
yeah,
But what I
yeah,
heard from the rumors is that they're gonna tone down the silly parts and they're gonna try to make it a little bit more
yeah,
yeah, they're gonna try to make it a little bit more
yeah,
serious this time. But
yeah.
still.
I hope so, but either way, I don't really want Channing Tatum as Gambit. I think
Yeah.
Indy deserves a better Gambit. Which if have you caught up with X-Men 97
I have not. I
season
have
two?
not, but I'm fine if you want to tell
Can we?
me more
Oh,
about it.
well, as we know, season one Gambit died.
He did?
Yeah, remember?
I I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, you're gonna hear words. Okay, season two he comes back. Rogue and Gambit they love each other. That's a great scene. You're gonna hate this.
Oh gosh.
You ready?
Okay.
Nightcrawler dies.
What?
He sacrificed himself.
What?
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Wait, Nightcrawler dies?
Yeah. Speaking of Nightcrawler, I totally forgot. Yeah, Nightcrawler is supposed to be in the Avengers Doomsday film as well. I totally forgot about that. Alan Cummings
I
is
can
going to be in it.
I'm kind of sad that Nightcrawler dies in X-Men 97 because I am gonna watch it. I might even watch a couple episodes tonight, but that's kind of sad.
I'm sorry. I should not told you, so you could have just.
I'm sorry. I'm mourning him.
It's okay.
Did you guys know anyone who ever listens to this episode, I want you to know that Nightcrawler is probably my favorite X-Men character. Um I do love other characters too, like Deadpool and Cyclops, and there's a few others that I really like too. Um but I love Nightcrawler and it's just sad that he died.
Yeah.
I'm just like
Yeah.
I'm like I might cry.
Yeah. I like Nightcrawler too. This is a quick story, but there's this video game called Marvel's Ultimate Alliance on PS2. I played it.
Dude, I play that too.
Uh, oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ultimate Alliance. And when you get to, I forget which mission it is, but you go fight Mephisto. And then one of the choices you have to make in that Mephisto hell is that do you save Nightcrawler or do you save Jean Grey? And then, but the thing is, when you choose it, it does the opposite. So I wanted to save, uh,
Ooh.
I think, who did I save? Yeah, I think I say, no, wait, no, I don't think so. I think, no, I did say Nightcrawler because I fought Jean Grey. I don't remember fighting Nightcrawler at all. But no, I think never mind, I might not done the opposite. But either way, but I remember I chose Nightcrawler. Like, I choose my boy Nightcrawler.
Mm-hmm.
And then we fought Jean Grey because she died.
Dang. Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I love Nightcrawler. I think he's just so dope, bro. He's just so cool. Dude, I'm going to be honest, though. Are we sure about this casting for Professor X, though?
I mean, what other stuff? Like, I'm trying to read it from here. What else stuff has he been in?
I don't even
Oh,
know.
oh yeah, Bill Skarsgård would have been a great, I think. Actually, I don't know if I would have liked Bill Skarsgård as.
I don't know, bro. I mean, maybe I'm just being
I think,
a judge, but I'm just kind of
I mean,
like,
we've really only ever had, either it was Sir Ian McKellen. Is it Sir Ian McKellen or Sir? I forgot which Sir. They're both. It was either, that old, English guy as Professor X or James McAvoy. And James McAvoy was great
okay,
as a young.
James McAvoy is amazing. We have to admit,
Yeah, yeah,
bro.
James McAvoy was great.
He's a masterful. He's a masterful actor. James McAvoy is goated, and you can't argue with that because it's the truth.
Oh.
Look at this dude, bald. Look at this bald dude. You think that dude's a good Professor X?
You know what? I'm gonna be optimistic.
Look at how
I
goofy his
think.
bald head looks. Sorry, I'm gonna stop. They were the boyfriends on an HBO dramedy about broke 20-somethings in Brooklyn? What? Sorry. It's fine. Whatever. They weren't each other's boyfriends. They were just boyfriends to other girls. Okay, on girls.
We're trying
They
to
got
say
their
you don't like boyfriends being boyfriends.
who
Yeah, you can't
do I
stay
not
on.
like gay men? Is that what you're trying to say? Are you trying to ask me about gay men, Brian?
Yes.
I mean, there's guys who like, there's guys who like things and there's guys who don't.
No, we're just messing with you.
And I don't want
Before we
to
get
be
canceled.
I don't want to disclude them because if they listen to this podcast, I don't want to call them gay, but I will
No,
say I
we
will
are
say I'm not, I will
LGBTQ.
I'll never go to coffee with a single gay man. I'll say that.
So I think you just made it worse. You're gonna have to cut this out.
Unless I will go to coffee with them if and only if they are designing the interior of my kitchen.
I think you're just gonna have to cut this out.
Cuz they're freaking good at it, bro.
I have never had the pleasure of knowing them.
Bro, I got to
A
say
gay man
this
with
too. Seven Brew only hires gay men. I have to
really.
Yeah, there's like girls and then there's gay men. That's all they got. I haven't seen a one straight guy there ever.
Sure.
So anyways, just had to say that. No, I don't have anything against gay men. I'm not saying that. Brian, why are you getting on me now? Are you getting on me about gay
No,
men?
I'm not.
Brian,
No,
do you
no,
want me to
no.
be telling them that I love them? Do you want me to be gay? What do you want, Brian? Get your crap
Damn,
together,
I want you
bro.
to be gay.
Get your
I
crap
want you to
together.
be gay for me. For me only.
This entire section is going on the podcast. This is going public. I'm not cutting this, Brian. This is going there. If you
Okay, get
want
back on
me
topic.
if you
We're
want
gonna
me to
get
be
back on
gay,
topic.
I'll be gay then. Fine, I'll be gay. But I really don't want to be. And you know what? I would go to coffee with a gay man. I'm sorry I said I wouldn't. That was racist, and I shouldn't have ever said that.
Homophobic. Not racist.
I'm sorry. You're right. And you know what? Even if it was racist, I'm not racist. And I love gay people because everybody is a child of God and they should know that they're loved.
Praise the Lord.
No matter how gay they are.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to end it there. Go back to the X-Men.
Yeah,
Any other
back to
thoughts?
the X-Men. So, okay, they were
Storm
on
looks great.
girls and There were the two boyfriends of Brooklyn, and
I
Adam
never saw that.
Driver
So.
also looks kind of goofy as this character. I'm not gonna lie to
I
you.
mean, I'm excited. I think it's Adam Driver. He's cool as Mr. Sinister. I'm excited.
I
That could be
mean,
cool.
Adam Driver's a great actor, but Mr. Sinister is just kind of goofy. But at least Magneto's not the villain again, like always. You know how Magneto was
Well,
constantly the
oh yeah,
villain.
because they haven't revealed a Magneto, right?
No,
Yeah,
I
right.
don't think so. Yeah,
I think they're still casting. I think he might make an appearance, maybe
yeah,
like end credit scene, but you're right. I think. And my question is, so we have Jean Grey, we have Cyclops, we got Storm, we got Professor X, Mr. Sinister,
yeah,
and that's it, right? Oh, and Rogue. We got Rogue. Um, my question is this going to be the formation of the new, like, is this movie going to be, obviously we're going to find out with Secret Wars, right? I
yeah.
think, I think my theory is that they're not going to show up in Doomsday, not even Jean Grey say these things, but I think they might show up in Secret Wars,
Yeah.
and that's when we're going to introduce them. And I think there's going to be some sort of, maybe one of the OG X-Men survive, and then tells them, hey, you got to do this. And then Professor X kind of gets the idea. This is a really stupid storyline, by the way. And it's terrible writing, but I think it's going to happen. Is that they see another version of themselves, like, okay, we got to do the same thing. And that's when they team up.
Oh my gosh! Wait,
I think,
you think because they get inspired by the other universe, that's how they're gonna do this thing?
yeah, I think so. I think so. And it's completely stupid. It's going to be
I
completely
kind of
stupid.
hope that it's not that, but yeah, I mean,
And I feel like it's
yeah,
going to be that, or or maybe they see how mutants get treated. Because the whole thing, the X-Men, they
yeah,
come together is because, uh, um, that mutants are treated terrible, which have not been the case yet, except for Jean Grey's and Spider-Man Brand
bro,
New Day.
bro,
Other than that,
bro. Why did they make Jean like kill people? That shit was insane.
yeah, she did kill people. But it's whatever.
It's
Um,
it's whatever.
which
It's whatever now, bro. She was lethal. She was lethal.
she
Okay,
was, she was.
that was something that disappointed me. Okay, like that one guy, she made him just walk out into traffic and get hit by a car.
Oh, those,
What did
those,
he do? What did he do? How did he affect your freaking sister getting kidnapped by damage control? Okay,
yeah, that's true.
what did that guy do? Why did he have to get hit by a car? Okay, I don't know if he
Yeah,
died, but he got smacked by a car. Anyways,
yeah,
it frustrated me
yeah,
why they made Jean Grey like an anti-hero, bro. Like she was kind of like a little bit evil, a little bit good at the end. So,
yeah. Which, and they haven't even done the Dark Phoenix thing yet, at least in their universe. So
yeah,
that
like
doesn't
she's
make
not
any
even supposed
sense.
to be Loki. I don't know. Loki, I hope they do a different thing where they don't kill her as soon as she gets to Dark Phoenix. I kind of hope that she like somehow keeps being a hero for a while. I don't know. The thing about Jean
Yeah,
Grey,
I don't want them to do the whole Phoenix storyline because we've seen it twice
yeah,
already.
we've seen the Phoenix thing twice, and I get that it's a big deal in the storyline, but I kind of just want to have a Jean Grey for a while who can be like
Yeah,
a
can
dynamic
we get like
character.
three X-Men movies and then the fourth one be
Right.
Phoenix?
Right, that's what I'm hoping to. I do not need to see her freaking get angry as the Phoenix and blow things up and then explode
Like
and
we've
then
seen this,
die.
we've seen this already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've seen that
Um.
twice, bro. Like, gosh. So anyway,
Yeah.
but also I just didn't know why they made her she basically made her an evil character in a way. But
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah. Anyways, like I said, I think that's gonna be the why they become the X-Men, which is stupid because the whole thing is that they're being oppressed by the people, which we have not seen yet, except by the main villain in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, my theory is that he has a copy of that device that Spider-Man made,
Right.
and he
Right.
tries to do that with other mutants, but even then, right? And then
Well, yeah, I
if
mean Spider-Man
mu
basically made a he basically made the inhibitor for all mutants,
yeah.
you
Did
know.
he create the Sentinels? I don't know. Oh, this is off topic, but Doctor Doom controlling the Sentinels, that was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
That was cool. That was
Um,
cool.
that was really cool. But so like, is he gonna create the Sentinels? I don't know. And like I said, the whole thing is that they've been oppressed for years, like for 50 years. We have not seen that except just now, right?
Right. Yeah,
Right. And the whole thing
you
about
can't just invent sentinels out of nowhere.
You can't just invent, oh, I hate mutants now, you know?
Yeah.
It has to, like, the whole thing, the X-Men is like, oh, we've been oppressed for years, so it makes sense. And also, there's been rumors, I don't know if it's true, but is, um, is Magneto not going to be a Holocaust survivor? I've
Right.
heard rumors of that.
Right. Because it's so much later
It's
in the
2026. And
timeline,
if this
and
is
they
a,
can't make it
if,
current if he's a Holocaust survivor. Yeah.
yeah, if it's current and then let's say, right, let's say it is a young team, right? It's still going to be young teams regardless, right? It's
Right.
not going
Right.
to be an experienced team recruiting Jean Grey. No, it's going to be a new team that they're going to make,
Yeah,
right? And yeah, Professor X,
which to your point, it should be. It should be a new team.
yeah,
It shouldn't be a.
yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It is going to be a Professor X, a young Professor X, kind of like James McAvoy. But even if he is a young Professor X, World War II survivors are like 90 years old in real lifetime,
Yeah.
right? I did a story on a World War II veteran. He's like 105.
Right.
So this is a young, Magneto, and young Professor X, which they're both around the same age. They're like 100 years old, which doesn't necessarily make sense.
Well, yeah. You
Uh,
can't. I mean, you can't do that. It just doesn't work. Yeah.
or minimum, they're like 90. But even then, you're just like, okay, it just doesn't make sense. I
Yeah.
don't think, and
Yeah. It
that's the thing
doesn't. It
I'm
doesn't
worried
work. It
about.
doesn't work.
It doesn't work. So I'm like, is he not gonna be a Holocaust survivor?
Right.
Um, it really doesn't make sense. Which I think is really important for his story. Like I said, if they bring it up, I don't know. Oh yeah, we've been trying to kill mutants for years. That's BS. That's completely BS.
Yeah.
If
Also,
that
it's
has
just
been a
bad.
thing,
It's bad writing. Like,
it's bad
there's no
writing.
setup to that. So yeah.
It would have been better if they just merged all the universes together and like, oh yeah, these timeline kind of stuck together. But no, if mutants have been existing for on the MCU for the longest time, where was that oppression? We never saw oppression until just now,
Well,
and you can't squish.
one way
Hmm.
they might do it, sorry, one way they might do it is like, so all these universes, so look, we all know, I mean, we don't all know, but we kind of assume and we've all heard that by the time of Secret Wars, it'll be like a soft reboot for the MCU. And so what I propose may happen is they're going to be bringing all these different universes together, right? And so maybe some things from other universes end up staying in the new universe, because that's
Yeah,
how you do a soft reboot is you take, okay, well, we want to keep this thing, but we don't want to keep that thing. And so that one of those things might be the Sentinels from, maybe the whatever the canonical X-Men timeline becomes or is, from,
yeah,
whatever that is that's merging into, say, this new Doom timeline with Battle World and all the things that are potentially coming. Maybe that's how the Sentinels get introduced, and then maybe in the new timeline we have like a antagonist like Damage Control plus the government that is now like, yeah, we need to have
yeah,
Sentinels, we need to have inhibitors because these mutants are getting out of hand and we can't control it. Which is totally,
yeah,
that's reasonable because, I mean, that's reasonable because we already
yeah,
saw Damage Control and everyone saw Spider-Man. But anyway, that's just my thought on that.
yeah, yeah. But even then, if they create this new universe, a new world, right? They're gonna have to turn the clock back again, like and I think they might, because if they really want to introduce the X-Men, right, and Professor X Magneto. The whole thing is that Magneto's a Holocaust survivor. And now the whole theory is that they might not do that because there's a lot of Jewish hate going around and stuff like that. But I'm just like, that's stupid. That's just stuff. But yeah, anyways, there's a lot of questions that, I mean, they're unclear. But we'll find the answers eventually,
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing, another note. So, oh, sorry, Sam, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that, like, I like the fact that he's a Holocaust survivor. It's just that
Mhm.
if you're gonna make him live in modern day, it just
It
doesn't
doesn't make
it doesn't
sense.
make sense.
He's,
So I
he's like a
wonder,
hundred
yeah,
and,
I wonder if there's a way they can replace that storyline. Yeah, there's no way. I mean, what are you gonna do? Make him 110 or like what? Yeah,
yeah,
it just becomes kind of crazy. So yeah.
yeah. I don't know how they've been doing the comics with that. I think they just make them super old forever. So that could work. I don't know. They could be just their powers that makes them not age. That could be another reason,
Yeah.
which would make sense, I guess. It just doesn't age. But one thing that kind of pissed me off of this casting, right, is that we still have yet to see the original X-Men lineup, which is which we are seeing, right?
Yeah.
But we're not. Where Iceman is not here, Angel's not here. Beast was supposed to be casted, but the rumor has is that the actor dropped out last minute, and that's why he
What? I
wasn't hit
wonder.
there.
I wonder why.
I don't know, but he dropped out. He was gonna be a Beast, but then he dropped out, so he was introduced.
Why did he drop out?
Because correct me if I'm wrong, Sam, but the original X-Men lineup is remember no Wolverine. Wolverine is not an original member.
Yeah.
Is Professor X, with the wheelchair, but he's just a mentor. Jean Grey, Cyclops, Beast before he became Beast, ball knower. He's just like a really big guy.
He's a nerd.
Yeah, and he's a big guy with nerd. Beast, Iceman, and Angel. And maybe I don't know. Is Storm one of you? I don't know. I don't remember if Storm was one of you
I feel like Storm's an OG, but then what? Does Nightcrawler comes in soon after that, right?
that comes out. Nightcrawler's not OG,
Oh, okay.
but I know Beast, Iceman, Angel, Jean Grey, Cyclops, Professor X are the original X-Men team.
Okay.
And then Beast becomes Beast, and then they create the school.
Yeah.
The whole thing is that they create this team.
Are you basing this off of comics, or are you basing this off of what?
The comics, yeah, and the
Yeah,
X-Men
yeah. Okay,
97
got it.
series.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the team. They create a team to help mutants.
Yeah.
Then they grow and they become mentors, and they're like, hey, let's start a school.
Right.
And then they start a school, and that's where everybody else comes in. Wolverine comes in. Actually, I think Storm. I don't remember if Storm's an original member. Nightcrawler comes in, Jubilee comes in, Rogue comes in, Gambit. All these other X-Men come.
Right.
Right. They become teachers.
Yeah,
so.
Wolverine's like his own thing for a little bit, and then he finally comes in. But yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah. No.
So that's another thing. Yeah, that's another thing is that I hope they don't just start school immediately. Maybe they start the school after the second movie, or either after the first movie. But can't start school.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to the X-Men in the MCU. So. Yeah, Doomsday. Bro, if you want, when Doomsday actually comes out, which will be it's gonna be like 4 months from now, something like that. What time is it now? It's August, so it's 8. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 4 months from now. So if you want, maybe around my bachelor party time, maybe we could go see Doomsday together with all the bachelor party.
I would love to go see Doomsday.
That could be a cool bachelor party idea. Is like have like a weekend party, and then we also go see Doomsday together. So anyway, I'm just throwing that out there as an idea. I'll talk to Fran about it. We'll plan it, but that could be pretty sick. So.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
But yeah, bro. It's been a great podcast. I think we went like plenty of time. We talked about a lot, and it was fun.
Did.
And yeah, dude. I'm excited. I'm glad that your apartment's okay. I'm glad that your cat's okay.
Yep.
And love you, bro. Thank you for hitting me up and doing the podcast, even though you're on your phone.
Yeah, no worries. Actually, it's perfect timing because the sun is going down, and I'm too lazy to turn on my lights. So. But yeah, if you reach towards the end of the pod, I will personally. I've been getting slowly back to Marvel Rivals. Slowly. So if you watched until this end of the episode, I will play a ranked game of Marvel Rivals with you. I played Jubilee. I like Jubilee. I don't know what the meta is right now.
Wait, Brian, do you want to play with me?
I can't now because I don't have any.
At least I'll update my game so that we can play next time.
Yeah. But actually, wait, hold up. I just got an email. Okay, no, I thought it was my internet that my thing was supposed to arrive today, but it hasn't.
Dang.
But I will play Marvel Rivals with you. I've been playing Jubilee. She's fun. I haven't played any of the new heroes. I do want to play the Hood, because he's Puerto Rican or Dominican, and it's very funny.
Who's the Hood?
Spanish. He's this villain. Oh, he appears in
Oh, he's in the Iron Man series with the little girl, Ironheart.
Ironheart, yeah. Oh, that's another thing we did. Where's Ironheart? It's in this movie.
Yeah,
She's not gonna show up?
I think she wasn't popular enough, so they're just like dropping her. But I don't know. We can look that up. But anyways, bro, I think it's been a great podcast. This is called the Side Quest with Sam and Bryan, and this is episode 10. Here, wait. You do 1-5 and I do 1-5. Here, put it up.
Okay.
Wait, put it in the frame. Yeah. There we go. We got it. I can clip that. Sick.